welcome to the final match for the main event in the ABR Team Archon event. Many games have been played to get to this point. Several different ladders have been climbed. And here we are. AV8R has brought his deck HA Razorhand of the Speedy Mountain. Classic Keyforge deck name. Nonsense there. As you can see, this is a Coda Dis Logos Shadows deck. He's got a respectable number of competitive wins here. Dis looking real strong right off the bat. Double Control of the week. Soul Snatcher. Really tough to play with. The nice thing about having a Soul Snatcher in your deck is that you're used to playing your deck with a Soul Snatcher. Your opponent is not used to playing with a Soul Snatcher. Soul Snatcher, every time a creature is destroyed, its owner gains 1 amber. It's one of those cards that just flips the entire game on its head. Really difficult to play against. Succubus, Toxin, so card control. Lash of Broken Dreams, really strong disc control house here. 27 sass on this single house. Really solid. Logos got a library access, get that pull. Lab work, phase shift. Logos is just go, as Logos is wont to do. A little bit of control here. We got a Scrambler Storm, and then some draw. Brain Eater and Kehoe, draw cards. Shadows, really solid steal. In Shadows, too much to protect. Nobby the Thief. Dodger. Shadow Self, get you a little bit of protection for your smaller creatures there. Look at that. 31 sass on Shadow's house. This is a very solid lineup that AV8R is bringing, which is of course why he has made it this far into the final match of the main event here. Let's go ahead and take a look at his competitor's deck. His opponent will be Ryze. Ryze has brought Inkman, Rataplace's Teacher. Inkman Rataplace's Tinker is a teacher, is of course an AOA deck. What else would you expect from Ryze? This is a Dis Sanctum Untamed deck. Looking at that Dis once again. This Dis wants to play a little bit differently. Not quite so much control. He's got the Tesmal, which allows you to do a little bit of house lock out. You can stop your opponent from choosing one house on the next turn. But this is more about creature control and amber control. You've got Exhume to bring some of your creatures back. You've got Cull the Weak to destroy your opponent's least powerful creature. Unlock Gateway, gonna destroy all the creatures on the board. You got Charette for that amber control. You've got Dustin for that gain. You've got Nefru. This is really going to mess things up. In combination with the Soul Snatcher, we're gonna see some really weird stuff. Nefru is basically the creature version of Soul Snatcher. So when your creature is destroyed, its owner gains 1, just like Soul Snatcher. Really weird. Gonna get really funky. A little bit of artifact control here with the Tentacus. I don't know how much that will matter for AV8R. A little bit of stealing. Some Yerk to help you get through your deck there. Sanctum. He's got some extra fighting with the Smite. Sigil of the Brotherhood, give you that inter-house play, can be really powerful. Let's see if he has got a bunch of creatures here. Yep, 3 Grey Riders. Give him extra play in his Sanctum house. Sanctum Guardian, get that taunting, and you can choose kind of where you're taunting. He can flop around, jump around in the deck there. Yeah, lots of creatures in Sanctum here. Mother Northel, I don't know. Kind of a precursor to Dinos here. Lets you move an amber from a friendly creature into your pool, which combos really well with the Redeemed that you have here, Action Capture 2, and the Grim who can capture 3 and then discard them as he reaps. And of course, we've got an armor. Yeah, lots of creatures in Sanctum, so that Sigil of the Brotherhood can get a lot of value. Untamed House, looking like a little bit of burst we've got here. We've got Full Moon. We've got not too many creatures to go with the Full Moon. One of them being a Glimmer, who's alpha, so you can't get value off of the Full Moon with a Glimmer. A bit of pinging damage, Common Cold in there everywhere. Triple Mimicry is great. We're gonna have to take a look back at what kind of actions Aviator has to use with that. Nature's Call, bounce creatures back to their hand. So that combos really well with the Full Moon, right? You get your 2 creatures down, get the Amber Form, bounce them back to the hand, and then play them down again. All right, this should be a really interesting game. Let's hop into it. The players are ready. The game is up, and so it begins. An important note I would like to drop in here. Given the way the bracket has shaken out, Aviator will need to win 2 times in order to take the day, while Ryze only needs to win once. The time has come. The main event. The final champion. Who will take the day? Will it be? In the bottom half of the screen, Ryze playing Inkman, Rataplace's teacher. The AOA deck. Ryze, the master of AOA. Will it be Aviator on the top side of the screen, playing HA Razorhand of the Speedy Mountain? No, not the slow mountain, not the sluggish mountain, the Speedy Mountain. Yes, indeed. Aviator takes the first turn. He pulls 2 artifacts in Dis. Very nice. That is a great way to start off. Of course, he's going to need to look out for when that Tesmal comes down from Ryze. What's Aviator going to start with? He's going Logos to start. Going to get that library down. His other artifact makes sense. Pretty safe on the board. Going to be able to get him an extra card in his hand when he goes Logos later. Thins out his Logos in his hand right now so that he can probably drop all this Dis down on his next turn. Ryze playing out the Sanctum, getting his Armorsmith down along with the Mother, pushing the Sanctum out of the hand, getting that Sigil out nice and early so he can set up a big turn with it. Mimicry in hand. Not a great time to have Mimicry in hand. He really wants it to come a little bit later, once Aviator has played out his Control the Weak. Aviator doing what I thought he would. Putting those artifacts down, getting them down nice and early. Toxin out. Soul Snatcher on the board already. Look at that. Ryze giving his opponent an Amber with the Call the Weak. Sacrificing the Sigil of the Brotherhood nice and early so he can get some cheap reaping in. Put himself up to 6. Off the Call the Weak and the Pip on the Exhume. Exhume not getting any value there, but putting him into check. Aviator. What are his options? Dis is his only way that I can see right now to get his opponent off check. Playing that Lash, make his opponent's keys cost 9. Let's go in Shadows. Bouncing his opponent's creatures back to the hand, very good in combination with the Soul Snatcher, is Lights Out. Shadow Self coming down next to the Nabi. In a pretty comfortable position is Ryze. 1 key forged already. 2 Amber is Aviator. Ryze mimicking the Lights Out to bounce his opponent's creatures back into his hand. Aviator has a nice board set up with his artifacts here. but he's going to need to start generating some amber pretty quick here. Aviator throwing down the red hot armor for no value. Gonna try to get some amber generated. Churette comes down, lash, control the weak. What's he gonna put his opponent into? I'm gonna guess he will say untamed. Yep. Very good call. Only one amber for Ryze off of the untamed turn here. That's all he can do. No untamed in the hand. Ryze really wishing he had that mimicry in hand now, but he's got two more coming. Aviator thinking about what his next move is. He's got his 4 amber. He probably wants to get himself into check this turn. How can he do that? Well, this would get him there, but no dis in the hand, so he's going for shadows instead. Nabi coming down. Shadow Self gonna go next to Nabi, I'm guessing. Mac the Knife probably on the other side. Want to keep that Mac the Knife nice and safe. Anything that can play in any house is super valuable. You can get him amber no matter what house you play here. Protect the weak on a glimmer. You love to see that. You love to see that. And an armor and Nothel. Protected by the power of the glimmer. I really don't know how to say this one. Northella. Aviator going into dis. Still not in check is Aviator, but gonna get there. I'm thinking. Another Dust Imp. Succubus coming down. Get that card control on his opponent. Reaping, and I'm gonna say reap. Yep. Up to 6 is Aviator. Check for the first key. Ryze has only managed to get 2 more amber in the last couple of turns, so he burst up real quick to his first key. And now is kind of stalled out a bit. Ryze putting down his own hand control card, capturing the 3 amber of Aviator with his Churette. Nefru comes down. If somebody can get their own board wiped right now, they are going to be very, very happy. Keeps the Exhume in hand, does Ryze. Interesting choice. I wonder if he wants to have a chance at getting Churette back later. Continue to keep his opponent off of check. Aviator going Logos, playing down the library access. He's got 3 Logos cards in hand. Can he draw enough to make this a viable turn? Posture and Bolt. Is he going to damage his own stuff? He does several things with Posture and Bolt. It looks like Posture and Bolt hit his opponent's Tentacus. He wants to be able to use his library without paying for it, and then he used the Mac the Knife to finish off the Tentacus, giving his opponent an amber, but gaining one himself as well through the Mac the Knife. Of course, actually giving his opponent 2 amber. Playing down the Dr. Escotera, and the Bat Drone is Aviator. He's got a lab work. What did he put in the archive there? Poison Wave. Dexter also gets pulled, and that is the last of his Logos pulls off this library access. Pretty good turn. Up to 8 amber is Aviator. And playing a Dominator Barbel off of... He must have played a Phase Shift. Yep, got a Phase Shift in there. Scrambler Storm also came down, so no actions for Ryze this turn. That smite is either going to get discarded or held onto for later. Moving 1 amber from his charrette into his own pool is Ryze. Armorsmith is reaping. Discarded is the smite. Grey Rider. Is he gonna fight with one of his creatures here? Yep. Who will he fight with? Will it be the Protected Glimmer? The Armorsmith. Oh, excuse me. Grey Rider came down next to Armorsmith. Armorsmith fought into the Bat Drone, and both players got 2 amber off of that. Up to 8 amber is Ryze. Down at 4 amber is Aviator. Aviator forging his first key. What will he do? Make his opponent pay 9? He could do that. He could kill one of his opponent's creatures and then make him pay 9. He's got a lot of dis on the board. Tendrils of Pain would make a lot of stuff happen right now. A lot of stuff would go boom if he played Tendrils of Pain. Well, I guess nothing would actually go boom. It would just go ouch. Shadows is Aviator's choice. He's got a lot of shadows in hand. Gonna stop his opponent from forging for now. Will he play the Miasma anyways? I think he has enough to get him off check. Oh no, not quite. No, he does. Yeah, Nerve Blast and Relentless Whispers will be enough to get his opponent off check. Will he play the Miasma or will he hold it for later? My guess is he's going to hold it for later. That's a really high value Miasma in this setup here. Whoa, okay. What did he just do? He played Poison Wave. That made everything go boom. Look at all this. Look at all this. And we are up to 19 amber for Aviator. 15 for Ryze. Aviator, one way or the other, has decided he wants this to happen quick. He will play the Miasma. No surprises there, because he wants his opponent to not forge for a turn. That makes sense. He's just going to try to ride it out and hope that his giant pool of amber will get him 3 keys before his opponent's giant pool of amber. Now this is an interesting situation. My guess is that Ryze is going to go for the Untamed play because he's going to be able to mimic that Miasma. Does he have another? Has he played 2 already? No, he's only played 1. So my guess is that Ryze is going to he's going to play this one now, make it a Miasma. Yep. And then he's probably going to just spend the rest of the game, not going to be very much longer, but spend the rest of the game digging for another Mimicry. He got a Nepenthe Seed, but his hand is full of Dis. So he's probably going to have to go Dis, use the Yerks to discard these 2, and just keep digging. Because he knows that there's another Mimicry in there, and I think that's pretty much his only shot at pulling this off. What will Aviator do? Go in Shadows. Too much to protect. Oh, he's got too much to protect in hand and a Nerve Blast. That's why he held the Nerve Blast. Ooh, that is big game right there. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, 41 amber has Aviator. Oh my gosh, and the Nerve Blast puts his opponent off check. Oh my. Oh, okay. He put him back into check by killing the Nefru off, and then he stole one with Nobby. Oh, I feel bad for Ryze right now. He's conceding. He's conceding because he knows that there is just no way. Wow, that was a fun game. That was a very fun game to commentate. Very fun to watch. High level stuff. You know, Ryze did a great job there. But Aviator just had the right cards at the right point there. That was brutal. That was insane. Wow. I am flabbergasted right now. Good stuff. What a great game. Now, seeing as how this is the final, and Ryze has come in at the top, Aviator is going to have to win once again. We'll see if he'll be able to pull it off again this time. That was a spectacular move by Aviator. But Ryze is going to know what the game plan is. Does he hold the Nephru? Does he discard it? I don't know. It should be very interesting to see if he's going to tweak his playstyle here or if he's going to keep it pretty much the same. Aviator gets the first turn once again. What a hand. What a hand has Aviator. All the big power play cards. He's got too much to protect. He's got library access. He's got control of the weak. I think... Oh, he's going to keep it, and he puts down a Succubus. Slice. I like that. I like that opener. He probably is thinking that he wants to get a big library access turn off early. Ryze. Playing out his Sanctum, fighting into that Succubus. He wants to have all of his cards available in his hand, getting a couple of cheeky reaps off with the Grey Rider. Oh, wow. This is... Okay. So this is unfortunate for for Ryze. He does not want both his mimicry, 2 of his 3 mimicries in hand right now. He wants to save those for later. Of course, what he doesn't know is that Aviator has both too much to protect and control the weak in hand right now. Here comes the library access play. Scrambler Storm coming down. Titan Mechanic. Dr. Escotera. Not too much. Didn't pop off. Didn't get what he wanted there. But I don't think that's really the big play on this deck. As we saw in the last game, the Soul Snatcher, too much to protect Miasma play is really the big way to go there. Ryze. Using his Sanctum to do some fighting. Get rid of that Titan Mechanic. Getting a couple more Sanctum creatures down on the board. Up to 7 Amber is Ryze. Again, looking like he's in a pretty good position to get the first key. I don't know what Aviator can do here. I don't think he can stop him. But remember, Ryze kind of stalled out after his first key last time, so we'll see what he's able to do here. Doesn't have too much going on in his hand. He can play there everywhere. And follow it up with the Orhana, and a Mimicry. What would he want to mimic? Scrambler Storm? I mean, he probably holds 1 Mimicry. Oh, okay, Control the Weak came down. Yeah, obviously, because Aviator is going for Disc, Control the Weak, Lash of Broken Dreams come down, and putting his opponent into Sanctum once again. He's going to be able to get some reaping done. So that's something. Aviator choosing Logos, running Dr. Escotera into one of the Grey Riders, Playing a bat drone, phase shifting into the bobble. Ryze is going for their everywhere. Killing off Aviator's remaining creatures. He is going to Mimicry control the weak, forcing his opponent to choose Logos once again. Great choice. All he's got is a Keyhole and a Lab Work, so that's going to work out for him. Putting the Too Much to Protect into the archives. Not bad. Not too bad. Back to Ryze. Ryze held on to that second Mimicry. I don't think Ryze has any archiving, so he needs to keep that Mimicry in hand for when he sees those big plays come down. The Miasma, the Too Much to Protect. He knows what's coming this time. He knows he's got to hold off until he gets there. Ryze already at 2 keys, managing to forge his second key by forcing his opponent not to choose Shadows on the last turn, and not to choose Dis. This might work out for Ryze. If he can get to his 3rd key before his opponent can get set up, he might be looking in a pretty good position here, and he's not doing too bad. This Grey Rider has really been working out for him. His opponent not having any creatures on the board has been super helpful here. Ryze already up to 4 Amber again. Looking at his final key, Aviator coming down with the Dis. Charette gonna capture 3. Trying to stall out, trying to get himself set up. He pulls into Miasma, but still no Soul Snatcher. 14 cards left in the draw, still no Soul Snatcher. Pulls into another Control the Weak. Ryze. Putting down the Streak. Yerk. And unlock Gateway. Blowing everything up. Giving himself a hand of Untamed. He's got a Pip. He's got a Glimmer. Nepenthe Seed and Mimicry. That's nice. That's pretty good. Set himself up for a good turn later. Probably going to be able to get himself into check. My guess is he's going to control the weak into Logos once again. Off the Mimicry. Pull back maybe this Pip. Or maybe another Mimicry. Mimicry, yep. Nepenthe come down. Common Cold. Mimicry. Yep. Making him choose Logos. He's at 6. I don't think Aviator's going to be able to do anything here. All he's got is the draw. I think Ryze was able to outpace his opponent this time. Wow. Wow, what a series, what a run these two have had. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The first game, Ryze rushed up for a bit, but then was beaten back. Couldn't get past that second key for quite a while Aviator got himself set up for that big Soul Snatcher play. Second game, Soul Snatcher sitting at the bottom of your deck. What are you going to do? You're going to keep moving through the deck, try to keep your opponent off key. But the 2 Mimicries, 3 Mimicries even, coming out to force his opponent to, using his own Control the Weaks to force his opponent to choose houses that he didn't want to choose, so he couldn't keep his opponent, so he couldn't keep Ryze off key. What a clash of titans. What a battle of kings we have witnessed here today. Very impressive play out of both contenders. I have nothing more to say. I've been Brobnar89. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a phenomenal game. Come back next time and find out who will be the next champion for the ABR main event.